Good morning, folks, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. This today is happy day before Christmas Eve day, December 23rd. Yeah, so I'm hoping I got good. Whoa, I do have some good news. I'm really excited. You can see there's something different here on my in front of the camera. Yay. My package from Temu, from my sister Jill, from the Trainwreck family, from diamond painting with the Edwards family. I keep yes, words, me and words, you know, me and words. So she got me this awesome, beautiful pen. It's got sparkly it's got like confetti, blue and white confetti inside of it, and it's got like stars and hearts and moons and circles, and it looks like flowers and maybe, I don't know. Oh, there's, yeah. So anyways, so it came, I guess you could say, empty, but it also came with several different tips. There was a straight single placer, there's the angled single placer, then there was a few multi-placers and a straightener. Excuse me. So right off the bat, I put on the straightener and the angled tip, because as everybody who's been here before knows, I'm a single placer with the angled tips. 1 second. Coffee. And I also got a tray. I love this tray. I do. I love this tray. Now, okay, so it comes with a lid. So this is 3D printed. It's a really cool lid. And then here's the tray. It's got deep grooves inside, and it's got a smooth part at the back, which is awesome. And then it's got this, which is like a plug for if you're gonna set, like if you're working on a color and you want to set it aside, you can leave the drills in here, you put the stopper in, you put the lid on top, and then you can set it aside and not worry about spillage. So yeah, I love this. I love that it's all nice, and they fit really nicely and snug together. And the lid actually fits in this container right here really good too. So it's not in the way. There. It protects my extra release papers. Yeah, so I'm really excited about those. But also, I'm going to shut this off because... Oh, I'm sorry, Peaches. I go and I turn and I move my foot just a little bit, and he's right there. Hello, Peaches. I got 2 diamond paintings. These are for the pink and black event in January, being hosted by Crafty-ish Kristen and Mushy from Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting. So, and I haven't opened the diamond paintings yet because I wanted to wait until I was on video with you guys. Yay! I also checked the progress on the big box that I'm waiting for from Colorado, from my friend in Colorado, and update is that it should be here today. So yay! So this is a 30 by 40. And it is as Jill would say, a spoopy bat. Look at that. It's so creepy. It's so creepy. It's cute. I actually do like bats. I think they're cute. I do. And they're very handy to actually have around because they keep the bug population down. They eat a lot of bugs. Yeah. So this is 22 colors. It's in DMC order. It's all alphabet, but it's mixed. So yeah, the letters are all mixed up. I think it's going to look really good, even though it is a 30 by 40, because it's very simple. Very simple, easy detail. The rendering, I'm quite certain, is going to look great because it's pretty much just like some clouds down at the bottom. The bat is centered behind the moon. So your focus is definitely, your focus always goes to the center of the picture, and so you're going to focus on the cute spoopy bat. Yeah, so, and it comes with the basic basic kit, like Grandma Grandma would say, bougie on a budget. And then, oh, it's individually bagged, and the bags just have the numbers 1 through 22. So, I cannot kit this up yet because I don't have any empty bottles. I don't have enough empty bottles. But let me see. I might be able to kit one of them up in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, I could definitely kit one of these up in this. Oh my goodness. It needs cleaning. It's covered in dust. It hasn't been used. It hasn't been used in months. It still says Taj Mahal on it. I kitted it down and I just haven't cleaned it. I just set it aside. So yeah, I could actually kit one of those up. Awesome. Because I don't know how much longer it's going to take for this, which is for this month's event. I actually have to get pictures done and sent to Mushy for the the December Christmas event, Ho Ho Horrific. And I finally came to a decision. It is, if any of you have seen or heard of the book and then movie by Stephen King called Christine, about the car, Christine. Well, this is Christine's cousin Bob. Killer truck owned by a killer. There. That made it all dark and creepy and horrific. Because looks can be deceiving, you know. Yeah. So I'm going to store it in this. Slide it back in. And then grab the next one. Now this is a biker chick. I like this one. Oh, that's garbage. Oh, quick coffee. So I'm just going to toss that bag because it's already ripped. Now this too is a 30 by 40. And I think it's going to look really good too because like the other one, it's a very simple design. It's a biker chick. And this actually, I really like this one because it actually reminds me of my mom. Because yes, for a while my mom was a biker chick. She, well, obviously was a woman, and she owned her own motorcycle. And it was a Harley Davidson. She was a member of the Harley Davidson Motorcycle Club. She was a card-carrying member of the Harley Davidson Motorcycle Club, and she loved riding that motorcycle. According to my dad, she was the first woman to ride her motorcycle across Canada. Yeah. So yeah, this one is 21 colors, so I can definitely kit it up in that container easily. And it's in DMC order, and it's all alphabet in alphabetical order. So that is awesome as well. So that is going to be awesome. But yeah, look at that. She's got like the biker goggles on top of her head. Yeah, that's gonna look really nice. Oh, I'm so excited, I can't wait. And this one also has Bougie on a Budget. Set that aside. And just like the other one, it's all in baggies. So yeah, it's got its pink, it's got its black. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. There's two. Specifically for the event. Yay! I can't wait, I'm excited. But yeah, so I've been working on this. I was working on this yesterday. I got a row done yesterday. And I also did a short to show my progress, but then I did a little bit more. So yeah, I'm doing much smaller sections, so it feels like I'm accomplishing more quickly. Okay, so next is birthday and horoscopes. So December 23rd. Oh my goodness, I know somebody whose birthday it is today too. Okay. You are blessed with a keen insight. You are capable and have much ability. Generous in your judgment and always willing to help someone. You are alert, cautious, confident, and successful in all your undertakings. You have many proven friends. You will not fall in love at first sight. Interesting. Yeah. Well, he was a pretty cool guy that I knew. He worked at the ski hill as a chef. And he needed a place. He actually, what happened was he got screwed over by a woman who, he's from Quebec, and he was looking for a place to live, to rent in my hometown, because he had a job at the ski hill. He had found a place online, and he sent the lady the damage deposit and first month's rent. And then he came to town and went to meet up with her to get the keys, and she was a no-show. She scammed him out of all this money. So he was stuck staying at a hostel, and he had reached out on a local website stating that he needed a place to stay just for a couple of weeks until he got his first paycheck, and then he could afford rent. So I reached out to him and I said, well, yeah, I've got a spare room. You can rent it for as long as you like. And he's like, okay, cool. And it turned out he was just like 2 blocks up the street. Yeah. So, yeah, he rented the spare room at my place, until I moved. And then he actually ended up moving into, my boyfriend's parents' house. This guy that I was dating at the time. Yeah, moved into his parents' house. Yeah. He was a pretty cool guy. Yeah, lots of fun to hang out with. So I've got this on my new hoop. And you see I've got a lot more colors going on here because I now have 4 needles. So I've got 4 on the go. I'll work on one color for a bit and then I'll go on to the next. But yeah, I've got a lot more of the tree trunk done, and a little bit here, a little bit there. So I never worked on this at all on Saturday because, well, I was live for 14 hours working on this bugger. But it was lots of fun. It was lots of fun. I had a blast. I did. I had a blast. And I know in yesterday's video I said that I'm going to go live right after Jill's live on Saturdays. But I'm thinking if I actually go live for 2 hours before her live, then Katya from Carpe Diem Diamond Painting could join in if she's free. I'm pretty sure she'd be totally down with that because she's such an awesome person. I still have to watch her latest video, but I got caught up. I'm trying to get caught up on everybody's videos that I missed. Unfortunately, I fell asleep. I'm being honest. I fell asleep watching, listening to Mushy's Tales from the Kerwipped. I'm going to be watching it right after this. After this video, I'm going to watch it. Honest. And I do have Katya's latest video to watch as well. I'm going to watch that after as well. As well. Okay, so let's get started. Another quick coffee break. Yeah, and for some reason, the washi tape right along over here just will not stick down. And I know Mushy has talked in some of her videos about this same issue with her washi tape. Yeah, and it's just, I've never had this problem before, and it's just over here. So far, just over here. It's just this bunch right here. It's so weird. What the heck? I'll do this whole section here. Why not? Anybody who watches Doctor Who, for a whole season, I believe it was, there was a big thing around that. It's a little slower, but yeah, you get the point. So I ended up rearranging my bottles for the third time because for the third time? No, for the second time. No, the first time when I kitted up, I just kitted it up randomly, and then I sorted it and put it into numerical order of the chart, and now I actually have it in DMC order with my ABs first. So I'm doing them in the order in the case. So I'm doing all my ABs first. Yes. And I'm loving this tray. It's such an awesome tray, because it actually sorts them into the rows, into the grooves. I was actually, when I was working on this yesterday, I was working on this color, on the whites, on the white ABs, S01. And it was, there have been times when it's like a tight squeeze to get the drills into place. And it's a bad drill. And I was putting this one drill in, and all of a sudden it broke. It literally broke. A chunk broke off of it. It's like, what the heck? Yeah, it was so strange. Because that's never happened before. Has that ever happened to you before? Write it down in the comments. If you've ever had a drill break, have a chunk break off of a drill when you're placing it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a huge chunk of white ABs right here. This is a lot of white ABs. This has a lot of color blocking, but also a lot of confetti as well. And I found, like, it just seems like I just fly through this with when I've got other people to talk with, like when I was doing my live stream. It was so much fun. But yeah, I think after that experience, it's given me a lot to think about on what I want to do in the future with my channel. And like, I've always been kind of like a personal counselor to family members and to friends, and because I know it's easier for people to open up around someone that they're comfortable with and that they trust, and or that they feel that they can trust. And I noticed that a lot of us diamond painters are like that. We open up a lot when we're on camera, and there are people that they don't think of the repercussions of some of the things that they say on camera. I'm not saying that about anybody that was on camera with me that day. I don't know how they feel afterwards. I know that those that I've talked with were like really, really happy to have joined me, and I was really happy to have them on here with me. So, well, anyways, it got me to thinking that, like, I'm thinking of doing live streams on Sunday for a couple of hours, and people can, like, I'll be the only one on camera because I'm going to use a different program, one that doesn't allow guests, unfortunately, because right now that's because of limited funds. Maybe someday down the road, if my channel is big enough and I become monetized, which would be cool, then I could look into actually having guests come on and talk. If they choose, they can be on camera or they could be off camera. If they don't want to show their face, I'm totally down with whichever. But yeah, I can talk with like I can talk about my personal experiences with trauma, depression, trying to unalive myself, violence. I've never had a man raise a fist, raise a hand, none of that stuff to me. I am lucky in that regard. I know there are a lot of women out there that aren't so lucky, and men too, not just women, but men too. There are men who have been abused or are being abused by women and other men. And there are women out there that have been and are being abused by men and women. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. And the same thing with children. I don't know how, I would have to look into the terms of service as to what is allowable to talk about when it comes to children. But that's for like at a later date. But yeah, because I do see channels that talk about that kind of stuff, and they're not able to monetize those videos. But I don't know. I know that there are some serious subjects out there that are pretty triggering for people. That's why I want to be able to have, like, it would be nice to have a place where people can come, and if things like this trigger you, then you don't have to watch. But if you like watching my content, you can still watch the live, my videos and my live streams on Saturday. Because Saturday's live streams are going to be all fun and laughter. Those who watched the first few hours would have met you would have met Jill and Jill from Diamond Painting with the Edwards family, my fellow Trainwreck sister, and Katya from Carpe Diem Diamond Painting. She is a new Trainwreck sister. the one from the UK. And she said that, she said her stomach was still hurting from the laughter. She can't believe I went for 14 hours. But if I didn't end up so tired, I would have kept going. But it was just all of a sudden, it actually hit me like half an hour after I restarted my live stream. Half an hour after I restarted, it's like, boom, all of a sudden, I'm tired. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to go. I thought I'd be able to go for several more hours. But, but I checked with StreamYard, and I still have like 14 hours of free time until January 20th, I believe it is. 20th or 21st. Yeah, the 21st, my daughter's birthday. There we go. Maybe for my next live stream, I'll have her pop in and we can wish her a happy birthday. It all depends on what her and her fiance are doing. Well, I guess they've been living together long enough that they could be considered common law. Yeah. Yeah, she's a gamer. And I love her artwork. I've always encouraged her to draw with her drawing. When she was really little, before she started drawing, she would get me to draw pictures for her, and I'm terrible at it. There are certain things that I'm so at drawing, and she'd be like, "Oh, well, draw me this, draw me that," and it's like, okay, I'll try. and I would encourage her to draw as well, and to the point where, like, I actually got her private art lessons with a local lady, and she gave me a really good deal on the lessons. And I'd take my daughter, I'd take Brooke over to her place once a week, and she would teach her and work with her on drawing. She always tried to encourage Brooke to do watercoloring, because that's where the majority of her skills were in watercoloring. And she volunteered once a week at an outreach group for people with disabilities that I was a member of. I guess in a way I'm still a member, even though I moved away. I guess in a way I'm still a member. But yeah, it's an outreach program group for people with disabilities. And to become a member, you have to be referred by a mental health counselor. And when I was living there last, this is in my hometown, the last time I was living there, like, I had not only a mental health counselor, but a drug and alcohol counselor, because I had issues with my depression that caused me to do dumb things with other stuff. I've been in and out of counseling pretty much my whole life, and it started when I was really little because of my mom's brain tumor. And so it was like counseling for how to cope with my mom's illness and with the way my sister treated me, because she was a little bit physically abusive, but she was mostly verbally abusive, as well as emotionally and psychologically through that. So I've been in and out of counseling. I've studied I've studied psychology on my own through MIT. MIT, they've got a free website that you can go and you can actually do the courses for free. Courses that from previous years. And so I picked an introduction to psychology course and started working on it. And I got a fair way into it, and then life got in the way. And yeah, so it's always come naturally to me over the years about talking with people about their problems and what they're going through, and helping them come to an understanding. And I'm not saying that I'm the one saying, oh, you should do this, you should do that, and it's the only way that it'll work. No, I'm not like that. I let them talk, and I give them my ideas, and it's like, well, basically it's take it or leave it. You don't have to take my advice. It's not really advice. It's just, well, this is just the way I see it. This is the way I perceive it. What do you think of it? Do you think that would work for you? No? Okay, then let's hash out something else that will work, right? That way they know and understand, like, they are the ones that come up with the solution that best works for them. And yeah, since leaving my ex and staying at my dad's, I've actually become more open and vocal about myself. So my dad is actually learning more about me, and it's also actually teaching me to be more vocal about myself, to explain to my dad, this is the way I am, and this is why I am the way I am. And yeah, but still, yesterday on the phone, he was like, well, Burger King. Well, he said Burger Junction. Burger Junction was a burger place in my hometown a long time ago. But he said Burger King, KFC, and Pizza Hut are all hiring because they're all new, just down the road, being done. They're just finishing building them right now. He's like, you should go put your resume in, apply for a job, even if just part-time. You just need like a couple hours a week that you can bank that money. It's like, yep, even though I've explained to him multiple times, I am physically incapable of working, even part-time. Or else I would have applied actually to Tim Hortons, which is like right there, months ago. I am not physically capable of working. I can work, but not manual labor, like working in a fast food place, which is fast paced. Or else I could have even gone to the town next door and gone to my former boss and said, hey, I'm back living in the area. What do you think? Can I get my old job back? And he'd probably hire me right back. He'd probably hire me back right on the spot if he needs a dishwasher. Because I know the layout. I know the setup in the kitchen. I know all that stuff. And of course I know him and his wife, and of course his kids are like older, so they're in school now. When I worked there before, they were both of his kids were too young to go to school. Well, his daughter might have been in kindergarten. I don't know. But yeah, so one problem I have is I don't have a reliable vehicle to be able to go to and from work. Another one is I have a bad back, and my size does not make that any easier. And yeah, for me to go anywhere right now for a job, I would have to ride my bike, which means I would need a place to park it outside, so that I can actually lock it up to something, because I do have a lock. But riding my bike is tiring. And with going through menopause, hot flashes. I'm trying to give you some ASMR while I'm drinking. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's such good stuff. Good coffee. Okay. I do miss working. I do. I'm not the kind. I prefer working in the background, so I'm not dealing with people. So I'm limited. There's limited contact between me and the public. When I worked at this Chinese restaurant as a dishwasher, it was only for like anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. Either Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday. Almost every week. And because they basically just needed me for when they did their smorg. All you can eat smorgasbord. And I would get to take leftovers home from the smorg. It was funny one night, right before closing, pretty much at the end of my shift, there was an old guy there, and I'm like dishing out leftovers for myself, and he struck up a conversation with me, and I'm like, well, yeah, I work in the back, and I get to take leftovers home. He's like, can I marry you just so I can have leftovers to take home? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I think my boyfriend might have something to say about that. He's like, oh, he doesn't need to know. I didn't actually have a boyfriend. I was living with Pat, with my friend Pat, and he had made it perfectly clear at that point in time in his life he was not ready for a relationship. He wanted to someday settle down with someone and hopefully have kids of his own, but he wasn't quite ready at that point in time because he had just recently separated from his wife. Oh God, that woman was a piece of work. Yeah. Yep, she liked her drink more than she liked being with him. Yeah, she did. And she also smoked cigarettes. And he can't, he said he tried smoking cigarettes once, and it gave him an instant migraine, so he never did it again. So when I was living with him, I smoked, and you could smoke the devil's lettuce inside, but you couldn't smoke, because he smokes it, but couldn't smoke cigarettes inside. And his cousin smoked cigarettes only when he came over and hung out. And he'd buy cigarettes off me because he never bought cigarettes. I was totally fine with that. We'd stand outside and talk, and I'd tell him about my feelings for his cousin, for Pat. Because yes, I had strong feelings for Pat back then as well. But I was always scared to open up about my feelings for him. I still sort of am, like face to face. It's easier online. It is so much easier online, because then you're not like seeing the look on their face when they read what you say, or hear what you say. Yeah, that fear of rejection. But yeah, I've had strong feelings for him, and for a long time, but I always set aside those feelings for him because it just seemed like he wasn't ready, or he just wasn't, like, he's always been interested in being with me, but not in a like long-term relationship type way. So I know I gotta sit down and actually have a conversation with him about it. But of course there's my fear of him basically saying, okay, well, I'm not coming over anymore. Good luck with your life. And I honestly don't know how I will react to that. I really don't. And my biggest fear is it's gonna go bad. Really bad. But I do have contingencies in place in case something like that does happen. If things go really, really, really bad, I will go to the hospital. I will call 911. I will go to the hospital to prevent myself from doing something stupid. Because I have a signed contract with the hospital from my hometown, but it's still that I will go to the emergency before I do something like that ever again. And I have I've mentioned in one or two previous videos that I actually have done that, called 911, gone to the hospital, because I was scared of what I might end up doing. Yeah. And the last time was actually earlier this year when I was at my dad's. And it ended well. It did. It ended well. I went to the hospital, and then later my dad came and picked me up. And we drove around town and had a nice long talk about what had happened. And I explained to him as to why it happened. But his memory is not the best. He remembers stuff from like 50, 60 years ago quite easily. Even 40 years ago. Done my coffee, no more distractions. But yeah, his memory, more recent memories, because like the one and only downside that I have so far with this tray is how dark it is. Because these are 3 Thames, so it is dark. So I have to turn this light on, which means I need to get up and check to make sure it's not too bright. Yeah, okay, looks good. Yeah, everything's all good. Yay! Okay, good. All right, there we go. So yeah, yeah, he seems to forget that I've explained to him multiple times that I am unable to work a physically laborious job. Excuse me. It's just I need to work up to it. I can do physical labor. Don't get me wrong. I can do physical labor, but like for very short periods of time. It's like Jill, she said she can walk for like a half an hour. After that, she needs her scooty scoot. Yeah, her scooter. I like that. Scooty scoot. Yeah. But yeah, me, like, I'm lucky if I can go half an hour of walking without support for my back. Yeah. I can't go that long. Like, just like it's like I don't know, a 2 to 3 minute walk from here to 7-Eleven. I have to take my bike for support. And yeah, I will walk my bike to 7-Eleven and then walk my bike home. Or I'll ride my bike to 7-Eleven and then walk it back home. Because when I do go to 7-Eleven, I get a pizza. I get a pizza and a Slurpee. And it's kind of difficult to ride a bike when you're carrying a pizza and a Slurpee. So I walk. Yeah. I guess I should switch to a lighter topic. So, how you doing? How's Christmas so far? Those of you who celebrate Christmas, those of you who have plans for Christmas, I hope things are working out well for you. Those who have somewhere to go for the holidays, like family members, I hope things go well for you. My Christmas is my sister's bipolar, apparently, or manic depressive. And so, yeah, issues at Christmas because of her. But I'm going to try and keep it light and happy. So, anybody decorated inside, decorated outside? I don't have any Christmas decorations, so I don't have, my place is not decorated. I don't really have anywhere to store my decorations. Well, I could store them in one of the storage compartments outside, but it's outside and I worry about damage. Excuse me, weather damage. Plus, I'm too focused on this stuff to buy decorations. I might someday down the road buy some little decorations here and there and probably keep them up all year round or something. I don't know. Because I'm weird like that. Yes, I am. I'm weird like that. Let's see. Yes. Are you going to visit friends or family members for the holidays? Are they coming to visit you at your place? Seen any good Christmas decorations outside? Have you gone and seen the Fat Man at the mall yet? I'm just trying to come up with things to talk about that's Christmassy and happy. Got all your Christmas shopping done. You ready for all that baking and cooking and whatnot. I bet you're looking forward to opening your presents. I have no clue what my parents are going to be or have gotten me for Christmas, if anything. Well, knowing them, they most likely did get me something for Christmas. Even though my dad said the boots and the gloves that he got me a couple weeks ago were like an early Christmas present. Although we should have looked at the gloves more closely, because it turns out like 2 of the fingers on the inside, the lining inside is not, it's loose, so my fingers just end up everywhere inside. So yeah, not overly thrilled with them. They do the trick in a pinch. They've got these little pads on the index finger and the thumb so that you don't have to take your gloves off to work on to use your phone. But I would still take them off to use my phone anyways. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, I do have a Christmas present for, I guess I would call, she's like a sister, since her mom and my dad have been shacked up for many years. almost as long as my mom and dad were married for almost 20 years. No. Yeah, almost 20 years. Because my sister was 12 when she passed away. So they would have been married for about 17 years. Because they were married for like 4 or 5 years before they actually got pregnant with my sister. Yeah. So she was planned, not an accident. It was not a shotgun wedding. Yeah. And then my dad and my stepmom, I believe they were married for 19 years. And now him and Myra, they've been together 14, 15 years. Something like that. 12, 13, 14. I cannot remember how long they've been together. I just know it's been longer than 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, living common law. But anyways, yeah, so, so we might end up going to the big house for dinner at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. Although I think like Myra's great grandkids might show up for Christmas, so probably not. Myra doesn't like big crowds, even if it is family. She's more comfortable if they come to her and they don't stay for very long. So, and yeah, I don't know much. I don't know very many people in her family. I know her daughter and son-in-law because, well, they live in the big house. And I've met a couple of others of like their kids and grandkids, but yeah. I'm just the weird one that I'm just the weird one that that was, I guess, staying in the guest room when they would come to visit. Yeah. Because, yeah, I'm kind of socially awkward. Pretty sure I've mentioned that a couple of times. Yeah. But yeah, over the next few weeks, few months, what have you. There's other diamond painters that I watch, that I follow. I'm going to reach out to them and see if they'd like to come on as like guests for my live streams on the weekend, on Saturdays. If they're not too busy, that'd be awesome. I don't know how often, I don't know how often Jill will be on, but hopefully she'll be like a guest host every week. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool, because I really like having somebody. It was lots of fun having her on, and having Katya on, and Star, and Sherry, and who else? Oh, we had Lorna. Sister Lorna was on for a bit. She's also from the Crazy Trainwreck group, sisterhood. And of course, we all have our own channels. Maybe that's something that I'll work on over the next few days while I'm binge watching all of these Christmas premieres. I'm going to try and catch as many as I can. Meet new channels. Hopefully I find some new ones. Well, I noticed a lot of them I don't know. I will be watching those that I do know, like Mushy and Jill and Crafty-ish Kristen and Eileen, and I think Diamond Painting with the Besties is there as well. R. Are there any R's? No. Bear with me, I'm just looking for another color to do. Why? Oh wait, there's those. Okay. Alright. Well, the next live is going to be this coming Saturday. And, of course, I'm going to be... wrong. It's the less than, not the way, not the why. Okay, so, yeah, it's going to be, ooh, what did you get for Christmas? What goodies did you get? That's what's going to be next weekend. Because it's going to be, like, right after Christmas. Yeah. So, going to be sharing what goodies we got. And, so, why? Now I've got the why. But fingers crossed, knock on wood. Canada Post says, today my package should be arriving. My big box should be arriving today. So my dad's gonna have to go to the post office to pick it up and then bring it over. And then I'll e-transfer the money to him to cover the cost, and then give him the difference in cash. Thank goodness I never spent any of my cash, the little tiny bit that I've got. Yeah. Oh goodness, because that's gonna come in super handy for paying for that box. Because oh my goodness, I tell ya, shipping to Canada sucks. Anything, unfortunately, if you send a package to me that's like over a certain size, I have to pay duty and fees. Because that's just what they do. But if it's like through a company, like with Jill ordered these through Temu, I don't have to pay duty and taxes because they're included in the cost. Yeah. So, like, apparently the first package that I received from my friend in Colorado, I didn't have to pay duty and taxes on it because apparently, I guess, it was smaller than the size that they charge. Because then the next package that arrived from her, my dad paid the duties and taxes on it. And yeah. And now that I think about it, the package that I got from Eileen and Mushy for Eileen's 500 sub event, because I won that thanks to Mushy, because originally Mushy won, and then she wanted to share the love, and she donated a diamond painting for the event, for the prize, and I won. And so I ended up getting 2 diamond paintings and a pen and my steampunk kitty cat cover minder. And yeah, she donated a Raven Diamond Art canvas, that one from Game Time, from of the clown doll from Saw, from the Saw movies. Yeah, I still have that, and it's done, and it's hanging in my closet. I had a blast doing that one. I had a blast doing the strawberry shortcake from Eileen as well. Yeah, it would be cool to get Eileen. I think it would be hilarious to get Eileen, Craftish Kristen, and Mushy all together on the live stream. Oh my goodness. Let the chaos ensue. Oh my god, we'd be laughing for weeks. X. Yes. Yep, there are some S's. Yeah, I think that would be a blast. Of course, it would take some time to find a way for them all to fit it into their schedules, because they're all busy. Yeah, I know all 3 of them are really busy because they got decent sized channels, so they're always busy with working on their own videos, and of course they've got social lives. they've got lives outside of YouTube. I don't. Not really. Not much of one. What little socializing I do, I tell you guys about it, and it's like, it's not much. Not much at all. Yeah. And I prefer it that way. Less stress. Just the thought sometimes of having to socialize, going out in public, if I'm not having a good day, causes me to start having chest pains, and it's just a tightening in my chest, and I know it's just stress. It's just stress because I've had multiple full cardiac workups. Them checking my heart, my heart, my blood pressure, all that stuff, and it always comes back the same. It's normal. It's normal. Can't find anything wrong. So they just chalk it up to stress. Because, yeah, back when I was still married, I started getting these debilitating chest pains, and yeah, I'd go to the hospital and they would do a full cardiac workup and come back and they're like, yeah, we can't find anything wrong, so it must just be from stress. Yeah. And in one of my previous videos, I was talking about how, like, I went 10 years, 10 whole years without a single drop of coffee. Imagine that. Oh, yeah. And because I figured that it was because of something in the coffee that was causing me to have debilitating chest pains. Because I actually, I started getting these chest pains, and then I stopped drinking coffee, and the chest pains went away, and I didn't have the chest pains for like a week. And then I went to a friend's place, and I had a single cup of coffee, and then later that night, the chest pains were back. And so I assumed it was something to do with the coffee, not the caffeine, because I could still drink tea and pop. But I figured it was something to do with with coffee. So I didn't touch the stuff for 10 years. And then I was renting a room in this guy's house, and he went and he made me a cup of coffee one day. And it was so good. It was a good, what am I doing? It was a good cup of coffee. And yeah, that was the first cup of coffee I had had in like 10 years. And I didn't have any debilitating chest pains. And the stress I was having at that point in time was different than the stress that I was having before when I was with my husband. Yeah. Because that guy was an alcoholic and an addict. He was going to NA meetings and AA meetings and saying that he was clean, but he was lying. Yeah. I think he was just going to the meetings so that he could get out of the house, have somewhere to go. I really don't know, because the guy was crazy. Like, I swear, he was board certified crazy. He admitted that he had actually been through electroshock therapy. It's like, wow. Yeah. He is not allowed to own any pew-pews. And yeah, when I was living at his place, he talked about things that really just were just so weird. Yeah. But I wasn't scared of him. I was not scared of him. A lot of people would have been scared of him because of the things that he said. But I wasn't scared of him because I know scarier people. Yeah. I definitely know scarier people. and I trust them with my life. Because I know that they would never do something to hurt me. They're not like that. They have nothing against innocent people. They're not they believe in what's right, and if they see something wrong, they do what they can to try and fix it. If that means someone's being a bad person, they try to straighten them out by asking them to stop whatever they're doing, or they either use their words. If the words don't work and it escalates, well, then they deal with the situation. Yeah, use your imagination. They can be a bit on the violent side, but for the right reasons, not for dumb reasons or no reason. It's always for the right reason. In their eyes, the right reason. And usually it is for the right reason. Like my ex, Brooke's father, there was this guy, this neighbor of his, apparently the guy was pretty abusive and would fight with his wife or girlfriend, whatever she was. And well, he didn't really like that so much, so one day he went over and told the guy, look, you really need to stop doing that and whatnot. Well, the guy pushed his buttons, and well, he put the guy in the hospital. The guy ended up in a coma for a month. When he got out of the coma and got home, he went to my ex and apologized and said, like, and he actually said, thank you for doing that. If you hadn't done that, I don't know what would have happened, what would have ended up happening. But now I realize that, yeah, what I was doing was wrong. And it completely changed the guy's life around. The guy became a better man because of it. Yep. So, yeah. I know people. I know good people. I know bad people that do. I know good people that do bad things, but for the right reason. And they have never stepped over the lines. They have never stepped over the line. Yeah. I've tried, like my ex, he suffers from PTSD because of who his parents were and the way he was raised. Like his mom, when she passed, like she was crazy, and apparently she yeah, she was crazy. I'm just gonna say that she was crazy. She spent time in mental institutions. Yeah, she passed away a year after his dad passed away. Apparently somebody broke into her house and it scared her so badly that she had a heart attack and passed away. Yeah, so, and my ex, he never got a chance to confront her and make peace with her. She was so crazy it probably wouldn't have worked anyways. But could have tried, because that man, he unfortunately has a lot of anger built up inside of him and no way of safely releasing it. Yeah, and he has issues with people that he doesn't know. I'm like one of the only people that he really trusts, and he doesn't even trust me anymore. And well, I'm fine with that, because I'm done with dealing with that. I need to focus on myself. And I focused the whole time that he and I were in a relationship, I was focused on him and his health and his well-being and happiness and yeah, it took a toll on me. It took a huge toll on me, and I'm in a much better place. I'm much happier. I'm in I'm in some kind of relationship. With a great guy. And with Pat. I'd love to see things go further with Pat, but like based on finances, he can't afford to move. He's trying to save money to buy a place. Like I said in a couple of previous videos, he wants to buy a place, but it's going to take a long time. Yeah, it's going to take a really long time for him to save up the money, because where he's living, well, he can afford where he's living, but it's a little bit of a commute. Like it costs, because of the cost of gas right now, it costs him $100 a week. $100 a week to drive to and from work. And I know I said this before in a video, but yeah. I don't know, I guess I just really like talking about him. Yeah. And yes, people like to talk about those that they love and those that they hate the most. Because, well, ranting and raving. You rave about those you love, you rant about those that you hate. Same with things, social situations, items, like, yeah. Anything and everything. People love to rant and rave about stuff. They need to be vocal. They want to be heard in one way or another. And yeah, even the broken ones, they just want to be heard in one form or another. But there's only so much that you can do as an individual. There's only so much you can do. Got to work on it and find like-minded people to help, because you're not alone. There are many others out there just in the same similar situations. It's just a matter of finding them. And I do believe I have finally found my people. Hello. Yeah. Oh goodness, I must have reached an hour by now. My clock says it's 5:50, and I don't remember what time it was when I started. I figured I'd start super early this morning because it took all day yesterday for my video to upload, because my phone was almost full. And yeah, apparently the less space on your phone, on your device, the longer it takes to upload. Unfortunately, that meant it didn't upload. And I had hoped that it would have finished uploading while Jill was still on her live, but no, it didn't finish until later, at some point last night. That sucked, but at least it got uploaded. And yeah, and at least you got to have a sneak peek with the short that I uploaded of it. Yeah, that's something that's changed on my phone, is doing shorts. Now that I've got StreamYard on my secondary phone, for some reason I can't find the app for StreamYard on my primary phone, which is the one that I do the majority of my recording with now. Well, I switch between the two, actually. But yeah, I gotta figure out it's a work in progress. I've been thinking about pulling out my notebook PC and maybe use that with StreamYard. I don't know if I can install StreamYard on that, but something to look into, something to experiment with. Because it does have a built-in webcam, but then it would be pointing right at my face. And well, I don't really like having my face on camera. It's very, very rare that it happens. Yeah. Very, very rare that it happens. Like, I've got one video on my channel that has my face on it. And that was the very first video that I did, and it was actually a recording that I made for my friend to show her, like, she wanted to see me opening up the box of goodies. So I did a recording, because she wasn't able to, like, we were going to do a video chat and through Facebook Messenger, but she was busy, so I just did a recording and then sent it to her, and well, shared it with her, and then I decided to start doing videos for YouTube, and that was my first one. Yeah. I gotta do some more shorts. Do some shorts of the completed diamond paintings, and I should actually do some videos of my completed diamond paintings, because I got quite a few and I haven't done any videos on them, like post reviews. Because I tend to I get the diamond painting, I kit it up, I do it. When it's done, I put it away. So I can get started on the next one. Because that's what I like to do. That's the part that I like the most, is doing them. It's all the other stuff that, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna switch bottles. I'm gonna start using this bottle. Yay, I got another bottle down. And I have been taking the stickers off. Oh my goodness. Like, if there are no other stickers underneath, but it's a symbol like this one, I'll take the sticker off. But if it's like there's no other but if it's like a number, then I leave the sticker on. But like stickers like this with the letter and the DMC, but it's got a stickers underneath, those are coming off. Those stickers are coming off. And this is how I get them clean. I just rub. And it comes off. It does. It comes off. I don't use any chemicals or anything like that. I just rub it with my fingers. And then the glue actually does come off. Yeah, there we go. All clean. All clean. Yeah, all clean. All done. And now I'll move these over. Yes, I'm weird. I'm weird like this. Yes, I am. Okay, there we go. I am down 6 bottles now. I've emptied 6 bottles. Yeah, I've emptied 6 bottles of drills. Of course, they weren't like totally full. Well, a couple of them were, but anyways, so there's that one. So H, little a. So what else should I talk about? See, I keep asking you guys to give me stuff to talk about. I'm still waiting. Well, you guys, I have had a couple people ask me questions, and I usually answer them in the comments. But yeah, ask me any questions you want me to answer, and I'll answer them as best as I can. Because that's all I can really do. But yeah, K dots, the 3 dots. So yeah, I think that's a good idea for doing live streams on Saturdays and on Sundays. The Saturdays have guests on, and they can show their face, so they can show what they're working on, or they can just be like showing their avatar or blank, whatever. But it is nice if they show what they're working on. They don't have to show their face, like Mushy does. Mushy never shows her face. She doesn't like her picture taken. She doesn't like people to see her pretty face. I know she's gonna be like, oh, I'm ugly, or something like that. She doesn't like having her picture taken. I know she puts herself down. It's like, no, everybody's beautiful in their own way. And I know Sundown would agree with me. She's a beautiful woman. And even if you don't get to see her face, to see the beauty of her face, you know she's a beautiful person by what she does, by the way she is, by the fact that she's got a wonderful, awesome dude named Sundown. She's got a wonderful, awesome, beautiful daughter named Leah, or Al, or Allie, or whatever, and her awesome fingernails. Can't forget all those awesome fingernails. It's because of her that I went and I bought some. And I wore one of those pairs for a few days, and then it's like, kept having issues because I don't have the glue. 6. And I missed some Y's. Oh well. Yeah. But I know you do get to see kind of, you do, like her, I think it's on Facebook, or it could be a Messenger or whatever. You do kind of see her face. Yeah, just from an interesting angle. But yes, we are all beautiful people in our own special way. And that's how I view everyone. Each person, they have their own scars, their own blemishes, but that's what helps make them a beautiful person. Here I am saying all that stuff, and I don't like being on camera. It's true. I've never liked the way I look, and I know a lot of people are like that. They're like, I don't like the way I look, that's why I don't like getting my picture taken, I don't like this, I don't like that about myself. Yeah, like I don't like my size. But I also don't like the fact that I have a bad back that prevents me from the physical exercise that I need to be able to lose the weight. And it's not just my back, but it's also my feet, my knees, my hips, my tailbone. I think I'm starting to become a little bit of agoraphobic because I really don't like going outside. And I actually had to go outside this morning in the dark with my flashlight because I went to clean the litter box and it's like, oh crap, I forgot I was supposed to get more, fill the bucket with sawdust so that I could clean the litter box today. So I had to go outside with the flashlight and turn on the outside light and and of course my first thoughts are, I hope the neighbors don't call the cops thinking that somebody's over here messing with my stuff, messing with my place. Because that's just where my mind goes. Yeah, and wow, look at that. I got this whole section done. Nice. And it's 6:03. And it says it's 23 degrees Celsius. Oh, now it's 22. It's jumping between 22 and 23. But I think that might be because of the lamp, because of the light. Yeah, I think it's because of the light. Alrighty then. So that is it for this section. I need to set this aside for a bit. Stretch and crack my joints. Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna get off here and watch, oh my goodness, an hour and a half. Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna get off here and I'll see you in the next one. Until then,